Hi, I'm Mark Weiner, and this is Results Coaching School of Real Estate's Real Estate Exam Prep Program. In this video, we're going to discuss why people fail. Why would I even bring that up? The Real Estate Commission's asked me, why do we even discuss this? Well, it's literally turning a light on in a dark room. I'm revealing what has caused other students to fail the exam. Why? So you don't do those things, or so you do the things that will help you pass the exam. I believe all the information I can give you up front is going to help you pass this exam. Number one, questions, answers, definitions, math, law. But this one key element I'm going to share in this video is why people fail. So let's get started. Now, first and foremost, failing this exam has absolutely no bearing whatsoever on your ability to succeed in the real estate business. This exam is a filter that keeps people out of the business that don't know how it works. See, it used to be all memorization. If you knew how many feet in a mile, how many square feet in an acre, you pass the test. This new test, today's real estate exam, is based in real world scenarios. So you have to understand it from the scenario basis, not the academic memorization basis. But the key is, it's designed to keep people out of the business that can't do the business and don't understand the business. Understand this. We are with you until you pass this exam. Please know that. You can come back to our exam prep programs unlimited times. You can use our simulators unlimited times. But again, we're here to help you pass this test. I've known people that failed the exam 7, 8, 9, 10 times. One person 11 times. And they earned 6 figures in their first year. Again, this business is relationships, not an exam. So if your ability to build relationships is great, let's help you pass the exam and move on. So that being said, let's take a look. Now, typically, most people will fail the exam for the reasons I'm going to share with you. They're all listed. So line item, let's begin. 1, they attempt to memorize the real estate material rather than studying to gain a complete understanding of how the material applies in the real world. You cannot memorize over 1,500 exam test questions. You cannot memorize over 1,000 real estate terms and walk in. That's old school mentality. Okay, our exam prep is not standing there reading you test questions for 2.5 days. We're going to teach you what to study and teach you how to study. But again, you cannot memorize this. You've got to learn this in a real world scenario. So know that. Now, number 2, they study using old school academic methods that were designed to what? Just measure short-term memory. That's all school, grade school, high school, college has ever measured is short-term memory. I read this, I understood enough of it to take an exam in so many days, and I passed the test in next. You've got to study this material in a new results coaching method. Take the strategy with our results coaching strategy and understand everything, how it would apply in the real world. It is so key to know that. Now, 3, you read the real estate exam question first. You'll note in our exam taking coaching points number 14, you do not read the question first. Again, that is old school mentality, and we'll talk about that later. Now, 4, the students do not understand the question's format. These questions are structured and formatted in such a way to present a very specific item. And many of the formats are designed to trip you up. They're designed to stump your logic. We will talk about that in the question format side of it. But again, if you don't recognize how this entire question has been structured, you're going to get the wrong answer. The whole thing is to pick the right answer, not the answer that's close. Okay, so go from there. Now, number 5, they incorrectly interpret, analyze, and apply the law, the math calculations in real-world situations, and personalizing and selected corrected answers. What does that mean? Interpret, analyze, and apply. Today's exam is written exactly the way the business works. What's that mean? You have a real estate consumer come to you. They ask you a question. You need to interpret what their question is. Then you analyze your results of what you have as far as your experiences, and you apply those analyzations to their problem and solve the problem and apply it. Very simple. We're going to teach you how to personalize it because there's little nuances in the exam we're going to try and throw you off. But again, you've got to correctly interpret, analyze, and apply. Now, 6, the students that fail do not have a complete understanding of specific targeted areas in all 11 areas of the PSI exam. Again, the PSI exam is the one that we use in Nebraska. The thought process with this is very simple. Okay, you've got to understand the 11 areas. I've got an area in each of my hard copies sections and each of my simulators that cover every parcel and part and question in the PSI exam. You've got to go through that. They have a complete understanding of that. 7, okay? 7, they overthink and extrapolate and read too much into license laws. I see this happen so many times, especially on the broker's test. This is where experience will kill you. You start playing the what-if game. Well, here's the test question, and if they ask it this way or this way, what if the buyer or seller does this? Do not extrapolate. Do not overextend. Do not overthink this. Just answer the test question exactly as presented. It's got to be straight. It's got to be factual. It's got to be accurate. And don't play the what-if game, please. Now, number 8. They select a step answer instead of a final answer, especially on a math question. Some math questions have 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8 steps. Do this to calculate this number, to get this number, to get this number. Well, they will have all 4 answers will be in the answers of one of those calculations. But the final answer will be the one that truly answers the question. People take the math section, take a math question, and put in there and see an answer. Oh, the numbers in my calculator match one of the answers. That's got to be the right answer. No, you've got to make sure it's the final answer. That's a complete understanding of how the math works. My math section, when you go through that line item, takes everything step by step by step. Do not make the mistake of putting a step answer in for the correct answer just because it matches something that's what? On your calculator. Know that. 9. They do not study to get a complete understanding of the application of the real estate terminology. You're going to see every possible term on the Real Estate Commission's real estate exam. Now, I have no statistics on this whatsoever, but I truly believe that if you understand the language of real estate and how it applies, they cannot ask you a test question. You cannot ascertain the correct answer. It's that simple. I ask people in class, are you bilingual? Well, yes, I speak English and I speak Spanish. That's okay. But coming out of my program, you're going to be trilingual if that's the case. You'll speak English, you'll speak Spanish, and you'll speak real estate. See, if you understand the terminology and the glossary of the terms and how they apply in the real world, they cannot ask you a test question that you can't figure out the answer. Please know that. Now, 10, they're unable to identify the protected classes and how specific discriminatory actions apply in real-world situations when it comes to a fair housing question. You have got to understand the fair housing questions. I've got 30 questions in my fair housing section. Explanation, just a correct answer. The question, just a correct answer. That's our study methodology. You've heard me say that. Now, thought process. You've got to understand specific discriminatory actions against all those categories. Please know that. Now, they lack focus while taking the exam. I will tell you that you need to be 100% laser focused on the exam, and I'm going to talk about tips and techniques on that in my coaching points. Now, they don't know how to strategically guess. What's that mean? Sometimes you've got to guess. I've created the best guessed intelligence strategies. How to guess if you don't know the answer. And again, it works. Okay, it's when you've exhausted all possibilities. But again, you've got to know how to guess. Now, 13, they do not review and study all of the exam prep materials at least 3 times. Not 2.5 times, not 2 7/8 times, 3 or maybe 4 or 5 times. You've got to go through my information, as I've said in the very first program, to do what? To get full command of it. Times 3. It's called cognitive imprinting. We're always imprinting the correct material with a specific question, with a specific situation. Once you learn how it applies, they can ask you a test question on any scenario around that product, around that topic, and you've got it. So please know that. Study all the materials at least 3 times. And 14, they do not pass each exam simulator with a score of 90% or greater. See, the simulators are designed to complement all the hard copy and digital material. They're not designed to replace it. I've taken all the information in all the test questions and put it into a simulator, broken it down into small sections so you can study it rapidly and as many times as you want to. But again, if you're going through this information 3 times and you're banging 90% on the simulators, you've got this. Please know that. Now, the PSI exams. Do not review, the 2 PSI practice exams that are there at least 3 times. This is one thing that you've got to take a look at when you're a broker. There's 2 exams that I've specifically designed with the content that's in a broker's exam. Now, the format of it is in a 4-answer multiple choice question. For the broker, you're going to see the scenario of the question with 5 answers, and they're going to be weighted. All that information is the candidate information handbook, the bulletin. It's all there. So again, you've got to go through, if you're a broker, and go through those broker exams at least 3 times. That's the content without the format of all the information you're going to see. If you can understand all that information and how it applies to the real world, you've got this. So that being said, now you know why students fail. Take this to heart, look at it maybe a couple times, and again, don't make the same mistakes other people have made. Okay, let's move on to the next video.